Hello everyone, I'm Gerald and today we are going to be checking out the BenQ Mobiuz EX3210U. And if you're like me, looking for a gaming monitor at the start of 2022, this monitor might have popped up on your radar. After all, if you have a 3080 GPU or equivalent, or even better, 4K gaming is pretty much on the cards. And this monitor could be at the top of your list. However, if your heart is set on the BenQ Mobiuz EX3210U, you might want to hold on to that thought a bit longer. There are plenty of gaming monitors coming out this year that could match or better this current monitor. Depending on where you live, an LG OLED TV might make more sense than a gaming monitor as a whole. But what makes this gaming monitor worth its while? And that's the question we're trying to answer today. Before we begin, do consider liking and subscribing to our channel if you found this video helpful. It really helps us go a long way and keeps us doing the things that we love. Okay folks, let's talk specs. The BenQ Mobiuz EX3210U is a 32-inch 4K IPS display that comes in a 16:9 aspect ratio. In addition to that, modern console owners such as folks who own a PS5 or Xbox Series X, this monitor comes with two HDMI 2.1 ports, and finally we have a DisplayPort 1.4 for the PC Master Race folks. On top of that, we have a generous spread of power USB ports here, so you're able to hook up plenty more accessories via the monitor. With extremely thin bezels at the top, and at this side, we are looking at a gaming monitor that looks really sleek. Check it out! If you're looking for a display that's top of the line specs, this is one monitor you should have on top of your list. However, don't pull the trigger just yet. The biggest concern here is that the monitor is not G-Sync supported, so your mileage may vary. However, it does support FreeSync. So you still have that option in order to enjoy optimal frame rates that your GPU can provide even if you're not using an AMD card. If you're new to the channel, I will be reviewing all upcoming monitors and existing monitors on my Ergotron HX desk mount. This gives me the flexibility when adjusting the display and getting to the ports under the monitor. While the arm is expensive, it's great and holds displays up to a weight of 20 kg. For the BenQ Mobiuz EX3210U, I've had to remove some screws as the rear is curved in order for me to fit my VESA adapter. Unlike the LG C1, I found that the placements for ports on monitors are still a bit awkward, especially if you are like us that will be plugging systems in and out frequently. Honestly, how often will you guys be actually plugging in and out your cables anyway? Just be mindful of the height and flex plus slack of any cables that's running from under the monitor. If you're the type of person who loves to keep a neat desk, this is something to be mindful of. And talking about tiny desks, here's a word from our sponsor.
Here at Geek Culture, we love our keyboards, especially with the all-new Logitech MX Keys Mini. An elegant and functional keyboard, its ultra-responsive rounded keycaps are super stable and quiet for more productivity. There are buttons to enable dictation, microphone audio control, and emojis. The backlit keys illuminate when you get close and matches the lighting of the environment you're in. It lasts up to 10 days on a full charge or 5 months with the backlights turned off. To find out more about the Logitech MX Keys Mini and their latest range of products, head over to logitech.com.
Back to the display, I've used this monitor on its maximum 3840 by 2160 resolution, and I found that the IPS display is consistent across the other BenQ monitors I've reviewed. For anyone looking to get this monitor or considering a 4K monitor in general, you'll probably want to use it for all things gaming. Because with the HDMI 2.1 and DisplayPort 1.4, you'll be getting maximum frames for your hardware and enjoying the power of the variable refresh rate when playing games. Considering that this is a 144Hz monitor, you want to get as many frames as possible for the smoothest visuals. It's all plug and play for this monitor and it comes calibrated out of the box. It does warrant mentioning that they need some level of setup when it comes to getting the HDR working optimally on the display itself. While BenQ does come with a few preset options, it doesn't seem to look quite right no matter how the various toggles are tweaked. Considering that you already might have a GPU idea for this monitor, what I found is opting for Windows' own HDR settings is the ideal way to go. Otherwise, if you're using BenQ's own simulated HDR options, it will result in suboptimal content calibration that might affect your overall experience depending on the content which does not support HDR natively. Menus-wise, I'll say I love how BenQ includes a controller with all their top-end displays, which makes it easier to get to these settings, instead of having to fiddle around with the buttons under the monitor. So at this point, if you're someone who's very particular at how the monitor actually looks, especially when it comes to color, I would recommend you go down to the store to take a look at this monitor in the flesh. Otherwise, you might need to grab someone to help you calibrate it to your specific needs. Aside from that, this is the Mobiuz line from BenQ, and so it is tailored for gaming. We have tried it with Horizon Forbidden West on the PS5, and when the action heats up, there's no noticeable slowdown or screen tearing at all. As Aloy journeys across the Forbidden West, you can't help but marvel how well the monitor and PS5 is able to tap on each other's strengths to get the most out of each other's hardware. When it comes to PC gaming, it becomes trickier. On titles such as Doom for HDR support, it does make the game look overly tuned up. With more recent titles such as Dying Light 2, the monitor performs brilliantly on 4K. And of course, BenQ has a special Dying Light theme monitor for this model as well. So if you're a fan of the game and looking to upgrade your gear, BenQ has you covered. Apart from the display, BenQ has been placing greater emphasis on their inbuilt Trevolo 2.1 channel speakers, which is good just in case all your hardware budget went into your GPU and your monitor. Audio-wise, the speakers work well for most types of content, and you can't really find any fault with this as it adds a good amount of value to the monitor. That being said, there is even a sound isolating microphone which allows you to use these speakers and the mic at the same time. However, if you're like us, you probably already have a headset and microphone already set up. I'd say when it comes to the BenQ Mobiuz EX3210U, the biggest concern that most people will have will be the area about price. It will be priced at $1099 and considering that right now we are at the start of 2022, there will be even more monitors rolling out. For what it is worth, it does come with 4K, high refresh rates, HDMI 2.1. A bit more investment down the line in 2022 could very well lend you an OLED display. With that said, our recommendation is to really wait it out. This is not a bad display by any measure, but we still have a full year to run. Thanks for sticking around to the end of this video. Let me know if you have any thoughts about the BenQ Mobiuz EX3210U gaming monitor. I'll be able to help you answer any of your questions in the comment section below. With that said, I'm Gerald. Please consider liking and subscribing to our channel because I will be reviewing a lot more gaming monitors as the year rolls on. And I'll see you in the next one.